Hi, Chris from Channel X here with Josh McWilliams from eBay Shipping at the eBay Roadshow in Brighton. So welcome Josh, tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Perfect. So I'm Josh McWilliams. I look after UK exports. So anything from a UK seller to a non-UK buyer is my responsibility. And in particular, I focus a lot of time on the global shipping program where we intermediate UK exports.
So tell us a bit about the global shipping program for those that haven't heard of it before. What does it actually do for a retailer?
Of course. So in the UK GSP gives you instant access to over 100 markets with a click of a button. It's completely hassle-free. All you have to do is send it to our UK warehouse. We manage everything else from that point onwards. Custom forms, we manage the international label, and we also protect you fully as a seller if any issues happen. So there's cost effective for you, there's no surprises for your buyer or seller.
So just stepping back a bit, you say it's as easy as the click of a button. That's in the listing process.
Exactly, yeah. You just enroll yourself into the global shipping program. We'll add a video into this description and you can follow the easy steps. It's click as a button, simple as that.
And what if I already say have got an operation in France, say, and I already shipped to the UK and France? Do I then, is it an opt all in, or can I choose, okay, I want to do France myself, but there's other countries I'd like to sell? Or what if there's countries that I'm selling a product that I don't have distribution rights for in some countries?
Of course. So global shipping program might not be right for all sellers for that exact reason, whether you want to manage it yourself. What we advise is that continue to manage that corridor, for example, France by yourself, and auto-enroll all other listings into the global shipping program, and therefore you are 100% exportable, and we manage all the restrictions if that's the case. So absolutely opt your other inventory into global shipping program.
So if I sell something through the global shipping program and I'm going to ship it to the eBay facility, is it like just as easy as selling within the UK, even though it's going to go abroad?
Absolutely, yeah. You send it to our UK warehouse, which is in Lichfield, and we manage everything else in terms of custom forms, checks, etc. So it's exactly that, as simple as domestic.
So it sounds really easy, but the one question everyone's going to have is, why should I do it? What difference is it going to make to my sales? Am I going to sell significantly more, or is it just a little bit? What can I expect?
So the benefit that we see on average for sellers who enter the global shipping program is an uplift of up to 18%, but also
18%.
up to 18%.
So that
exactly
could be quite significant.
Exactly, and because we manage all the hassle from exports, you can then focus on really optimizing your domestic UK business. So you get an uplift, and also you get the benefit of time that you can focus on your UK business.
So I know there's an awful lot of new regulation coming in for France and Germany. Have got EPR, and there's VAT registrations for all sorts of different countries. Can you just tell us a bit about what regulation is going on, and also how does the global shipping program help us with that?
Of course, yeah, of course. So I think it's really important to recognise that in a post-Brexit era, it is very challenging to export, and we are currently entering a lot of eco taxes, and therefore it is a real minefield for sellers. In particular, the German EPR, I'll take that as an example, I would fully advise for sellers to be up to date. Unfortunately, for the global shipping program, we can't register on behalf of sellers. We'd love to, but we can't, and therefore sellers should be absolutely keep up to speed with all the regulation changes. What I would say is that we always post these updates on our seller hub and our seller communities. So you will be the first to hear via eBay if there's anything substantial and big enough that will affect your sales internationally via the global shipping program.
And we'll put some links to some of those regulations at the bottom of this video. So 18% uplift, can you tell us about what type of products are suitable for global shipping program? In fact, is there anything that's not suitable?
Yeah, so firstly, we actively manage all restrictions. So if there's any products that are too big, we will manage that. In terms of what sells in particularly well, it depends on what the country or corridor is. What we normally see is collectible items, unique inventory. We see a big skew towards P&A, used inventory as well.
Parts and accessories.
Parts and accessories.
So that's the motors
Absolutely,
industry.
Yeah. But outside of that, we see lots of other tech goes. It really sells well into France. Coin sells really well into Germany. And actually, there's a really helpful tool in Terapeak, which you think might just be UK, but also it gives you access to 22 markets with all that sort of data. So I'd thoroughly encourage you to look at that as well. All sorts sell through the global shipping program and abroad.
And with the global shipping program, should I be worried about which countries I want to target, or is that all done for me? Should I be thinking, I really want to target, say, Australia? What's the best way of handling that? Should I be thinking about, okay, I need to list on Australia, or should I list in the UK with the global shipping program, or list in the UK with shipping to Australia? What's the best way of starting to target overseas countries?
So the first step is auto-enroll into GSP. We automatically list your inventory on over 100 sites. So it's done for you. We list it for you via the global shipping program. That's step one on your
So that means I'll get
journey.
visibility on those overseas sites?
Yeah, exactly. So it gives you instant access to that market. If you want to start to more actively manage Australia, for example, and step away from the global shipping program, you can customize your listings to do that. And again, we've got a really handy YouTube video, which we'll add in the description as well, which helps you direct and navigate that in terms of actively managing it.
So it sounds really good. Are there any disadvantages or things I need to be aware of, like VAT registrations in different countries, or something that I really need to be on top of when I enroll in the global shipping program?
So for the global shipping program, we don't know. So we manage and intermediate everything. It is a very hassle-free solution. We manage everything from that point. So that is the first step. Again, if you want to do a bit more mature selling, then you have to start to be more conscious with your VAT, etc. But the global shipping program is absolutely step one on that journey.
Fantastic. So global shipping program, where do I go to find out more?
Well, we'll add some seller center links. We've got a really handy YouTube video which gives you a really nice snapshot exactly what to do, and we can also set in the auto enrollment link as well. So it's super straightforward.
Now, I imagine as working in the shipping team, just for a bit of interest, you've seen lots of things go through. What's some of the most memorable things you've seen sold under the global shipping program? Is it something really collectible, or is it an auto part? What's the most unusual?
So we recently increased our ASP for the program. So we used to be around at the £1,000 mark, but we've increased that to 5,000 and 10,000 into Japan in particular. So we have seen some very unique inventory. We saw a really unique coin that was over £10,000 that we had to really carefully manage through the sales process. You don't want to lose that one.
The insurance on that for shipping. Yeah. You can't just pop it in first class post.
Exactly. And there was another one as well. I was really excited. We sold an item to the US, over £10,000, our first one. I was really excited. I thought it would be like a Rolex or a handbag, but it was a unique printer that you can only buy on eBay. So it just goes to show what unusual, expensive items people sell and buy.
Yeah, so the message I'm getting is it's a real range of products, and it doesn't matter what category you sell in, potentially anything up to 18% uplift. It sounds like a bit of a no-brainer.
Exactly. And no-brainer for all your listings. So list everything through global shipping program would be my top tip.
So top tip, list everything through global shipping. Josh, thank you so much for your time.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.